Hey, welcome to Digging into the Bible. My name is Jim Barnard. This is a production of Tiller Coaching. Okay, it's day 30. Thank you for joining me. Yesterday, we talked about non-conforming, right? And that leaves the question, well, okay, how do you not conform to this world? That's a hard question to answer, and I think today's section really does its best to try to answer that question. And I ended yesterday's segment with this thought: non-conformists, mount up. Which is clearly a spoof of regulators. Regulators, mount up. It was a clear black night. Do you know that song? It's really bad. I don't think it's a good song. Warren G and Nate Dogg. Woo. Anyways, so yeah, today's section is actually really challenging. And so what I want you to do is to really listen to what I'm reading here in this section and, try to apply it into your own current situation. Maybe there's something that you're dealing with that you don't know how to and probably don't want to this way. That's like you want to conform in a way that's not good, or you want to non-conform in the wrong way. Well, this section tells you how to non-conform in the right way. These are ways different than the world. So with that as the backdrop, we should go ahead and dig in. This is Romans chapter 12, starting at verse 9. I was so close. Let love be genuine. Abhor what is evil. Hold fast to what is good. Love one another with brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. Do not be slothful in zeal. Be fervent in spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in tribulation. Be in constant prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints and seek to show hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly. Never be wise in your own sight. Repay no one evil for evil, but give thought to do what is honorable in the sight of all. If possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all. Beloved, never avenge yourselves, but leave it to the wrath of God, for it is written, "Vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord." To the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. For by so doing, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. All right, so those are all challenging thoughts and statements and encouragements on how to respond, how to non-conform in the right way. And let's be honest, it's just real hard. It's not easy to do. This is a really weird and dumb example, but yesterday I was confronted with something that made me not want to do any of this stuff in this section. And I'm telling you, this is silly. It's embarrassing, really. But at the office that I office at, someone had put a note up in the bathroom that was basically bathroom etiquette. Hey, clean up after yourself. Don't get your poo everywhere and your pee everywhere. And your mom, your mommy doesn't work here, so look after yourself. And I don't know why I felt like this was directed at me because I don't work here. I just office out of here. Everyone else pretty much works here. And so well, they're clearly not talking about themselves. They're talking about us scabs that just, have office space here. And I took super offense to it. I was so angry. Truly, I thought about printing off another note to hang up in the bathroom that said life etiquette. Don't be passive aggressive. If you've got a problem, come talk to me. If I made a mess, I want to know about it. I want to take care of it. I thought about defacing the sign. What is wrong with me? I seriously could not handle my response. I even thought about, this is super embarrassing, I thought about doing an upper decker. Do you know what I'm talking about? You might not want to Google it. If you do it at your own risk, okay? So all these things I thought about in response to this thing, it just consumed me. I know, it's ridiculous, all right? Sue me. So anyways, you know what I ended up doing is I just talked to the person that I think hung the sign. I'm like, hey, should I assume that sign's about about me or my son, who offices here as well. And I got an explanation, and you know what? I got an opportunity to do some of these things on this list. Like I showed honor by talking to this person, and you know what? He got to show honor back, because after we had this conversation, he came up to me, he knocked on my door and was like, "Hey, I want to apologize. Like, I can see why you maybe thought that was directed at you. And I don't think it's you, like whoever's making the mess. Like, I don't know who it is, but, yeah, like I think that you are very respectful." And we got to show honor to each other. And man, I just think that like all those things that I was talking about wanting to do in my head, like it's okay. Like we can think some messed up thoughts sometimes, but like we got to do the right thing. And maybe that's not how like the world says to conform by doing stuff like that. I don't know what the world would say in that circumstance. That's probably an example of being a non-conformist in all the wrong ways. But I just think that like when we do these things, when we live in harmony with one another, and we like let our love be genuine, and I could just reread all of this, man, like things will go so much better for us, and they will know that we are believers by how we act, how we don't conform to the world. And so hopefully that addresses some issue in your life currently, and it's a good encouragement for you to do better. So yeah, I'm embarrassed, but what can I say? I got over it. That's good. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow as we can move on to Romans chapter 13. I'll see you then.